Hare Krishna. Whatever time you are doing this practice, let's make it a transcendental practice of yoga and begin our practice by offering respects to the Supreme. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prastaya, Bhutale, Srimate, Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Tinamane. Aja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhaktivinoda. So we're starting in a wide knee child's pose. When you've found your space, you can lift up into a bent kneed down dog. So I'm going to let you take your time to adjust and get things organized for your practice. My name is Gemma, Hare Krishna, and maybe you've practiced yoga with me. These classes, this is the second class I'm recording. As I've moved to this beautiful location here in Byron Bay, you'll see the ocean out there in the background. So recording this for my students in Melbourne that we've been practicing together. When you're ready, take it back into child's pose. I'm going to just use this first part of the class, the first part of the practice, opening and closing. Downward facing dog on the inhale. Use the bend in the knees and take time to open up through the back of the legs. Don't worry about arbitrary markers in terms of your flexibility, like if your heels are down or if you need to keep those knees bent. You just think about pushing into your edge so we get a little bit more freedom in the body. Spread the fingers. Always think about having open hands, open palms into the floor. Here we've got a variation on dog, Ardha Mukha. Of course, we're taking the right hand through to the outside of the left leg there, wrapping around maybe the ankle, maybe the calf or the knee or the thigh, and just using that as a guide for the twist, bringing the chin through, looking underneath the armpit there. On that exhalation, wide knee, come back down to recalibrate. Maybe you want to visualize the inside of your body and think about having X-ray vision. We're visualizing the spine through the center of the body. Mentally massaging, release the jaw, teeth, tongue, everything's released there. That was the left side for the twist. Here, bring the knees down into tabletop. Knees to the floor for some cat-cows. You could untuck your toes if you wish. Mine are tucked. On the inhale, we lift the chin. We squeeze the back of the neck. We open the throat. On the exhale, take it to down dog. So here it's cow, cat, cow, dog. The inhalation, knees come down, head is up. Exhalation, now into the cat. So on this exhalation, round the spine. And let's use some breath control here. I want you to hold the breath outside of the body. On this exhalation, we're retaining the breath outside of the body. The inhalation, we're going to hold that breath inside the body a little longer than we normally would. Now on the exhale, we go to down dog. Tippy toes on that inhale. Exhale, bring the knees down to the floor, tabletop. Inhale, lift the chin, hold the breath in. Exhale now to the cat, round the spine, knees stay on the mat. Hold the breath out. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, down dog. Hold the breath out. Tuck the chin. Inhale to the tippy toes. Exhale. Knees could hover off the floor if you wish for this tabletop. About an inch off the mat. Chin lifts. That's the cow. Exhale. Keep those knees hovering if you want for your cat. Inhale, lift the chin. Now exhale to your down dog. Inhale to the tippy toes. Exhale to tabletop, hovering or knees to the mat, chin up. Hold the breath in. Down dog, hold the breath out. Walk your hands now towards your feet. So we're going to the back of the mat here for a forward fold. We're just going to hang. I'm going to bend my knees maybe around 10%. And if you wish, if you can get the hands down, you could do this variation on your forward fold where you're massaging the hands by bringing the hands, the palms underneath the feet. So you're stepping into the palms with the balls of the feet. Tuck the chin and bend those knees. And we're really, we're letting the blood flow to the brain. So this is so good. We're letting gravity do the work here for us on lengthening out the spine. C, use this time to release the jaw, release the teeth, the tongue, the throat, the shoulders super heavy. So get heavier and heavier if you want. Walk it back out into Ardha Mukha, so downward facing posture. Ardha really means half. Mukh, face. Asana posture. Land or seat. So the verbal root of that word asana. Let's bring those knees down, tabletop, back to that inhale of cow. Exhale for cat. Open those palms. So really take that opportunity there to find the nice spreading of the fingers here. Let's take a C-shaped bend. So send the hips to the left in your tabletop and the crown to the left. So the spine's in a C shape. We're compressing the left, extending the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, let's do it to the right. So hips to the right, crown to the right. Squeeze the right. Lengthen the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, let's go to the left again. Squeeze. Inhale to center. Exhale. Squeeze the right. Radhe Krishna. There. In the picture there to the side. Now we're going to flip the hands. Let's open up the wrists. This one's great if you've got sore wrists. Spread the fingers wide. Back of the hands on the floor. And also imagine there's a string from the crown of the head pulling you out from the top of the head, lengthening the spine. So even though we're just like focusing on the wrists here and spreading those fingers and the forearm stretch, still keep a really nice spaciousness between the ears and the shoulders. And keep the chin level when you can. So there's just this idea of opening up that space. Right foot lifts, left hand goes forward. Now let's add the mudra here. Index finger to the thumb, middle, ring, little. Little, ring, middle, index. Let's shift to the other side. So once you've shifted to the other side, extend index, middle, ring, little, with the mudra, little, ring, middle, index. So that mudra work through the hands is really good for your neuroplasticity, not to mention your pranic flow. So remember, you can visualize the body as a network of nadis. Let's come back to cat-cows now. So when you're ready, after that cow, we're going to lift up onto the knees, draw a big circle on that inhale. On the exhale, here we're going to place the crown of the head on the mat. We're going to roll forward to tuck the chin. So this is a little different. On the inhale, let's come back up onto the knees, draw a huge circle down through the center of the body with the hands. Back to tabletop. On the inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, take it to downward facing dog. Now Eka Pada, one leg to the sky. And when that left leg's up, here I've got the left, you can focus on the right heel. So when you've got one leg up, you can, instead of focusing on how high that leg is lifting, alternative, focus on the heel coming to the floor. Here we're going to come down with those knees again, tabletop. On the inhale, we lift the chin. It's got a lot of movement of the spine here. Exhale, drop the chin. On the inhale, circle, lift those arms so you're on the knees. Exhale, forehead all the way to the mat. This is kind of like a headstand prep. It's kind of a little bit like halasana with that neck bend because you're tucking the chin. Use the core, pull the belly, let it in as you circle up onto that knee. Circle, lift, yes. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Shake the leg, move the ankle. Exhale, bring it down, just back into dog. Tippy toes on the inhale. Exhale, knees down, tabletop. Inhale, chin to the sky. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, circle, lift. Now this time, instead of the forehead to the floor, we're going to take striking cobra. That's chest and chin down, chin up, cobra, shoulders away from the ears, tuck the toes, open the knees, wide leg, child's pose, tuck the toes, lift the hip, down dog. Inhale, tippy toes, exhale, tabletop, inhale, chin up, exhale, head down. Inhale, circle, lift on the knees. Exhale, hands to the mat, chest, chin, striking cobra. Inhale, cobra. And let's hold this cobra a little longer. Again, same vibe, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, down dog. Tippy toes and tabletop. Lift the chin. Exhale, round the spine. Hold that breath out. This is a long hold here. So you need to hold that breath out now on that inhale, circle lift. That's just that circle onto the knees. Let's come to prayer with the palms. Get those thumbs, tuck the toes. We're going for a camel here, level 1. Thumbs go into the spine and fingers wrap around the sides of the waist there, or the hips rather. Press the hips forward, and then you can just tilt the chest, open the throat. Now to come out, we bring the butt back automatically. That brings the head up. On that exhale, take your way through into down dog. So I really love this movement for the flow of Amrit through the spinal cord. Come down into a chaturanga, up into a cobra. Child's pose here after that cobra, long spine. Again, visualize the movement of spinal fluid. We're kind of coercing the spine. Come up into a down dog and come down into that tabletop. Take another cat-cow. So we're really doing a lot of dog to cat-cow and then holding that breath out again. Circle lift. Start to see the patterns here. And let's go for camel number 2. So thumbs to the spine. This time we could take the hands to the heels. So the toes need to be tucked here. You could stay at level 1, or you can take the hands back and straight back up into down dog. So again, that movement of that spinal fluid, up and down, back and forth. I'm adding a bounce here to my down dog. You might like to bounce a little, move a little, come out for a high plank after that dog. Just finding the balancing point. We're holding, just meditating here in the plank. When you're ready, lift up, back into down dog and windscreen. Wipe the heels, side to side. And from there you can walk the hands back to the feet. And come back into that forward fold, into that forward hang. Bend in the knees if you need. Heavy head. Taking the arms around behind you like a lever. Possibly interlacing the fingers. Squeezing the blades together. Now let's breathe in, pull the belly button in as you now come into chair pose. So imagining you're sitting in an invisible chair, bringing the hands to prayer there and taking the thumbs to the third eye. My feet are hip width apart. Yours might be too, or you're welcome to have the feet touching. On the inhale, we're going to straighten up and just come for a balance here. Interlace the fingers. My hands are out of frame here, but what you want to do is interlace the fingers and flip the palms. So you're opening up through the shoulders and fix the gaze point, of course, your drishti, your focal point. Drishti, of course, same verbal root as the word darshan. And darshan is like looking at that picture of Radha and Krishna there. On the exhalation, you can sit back down into your chair. Let's take a seated twist here. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Keep the prayer strong there, pressing the palms together and just come back into the center, so for that chair, and we'll inhale to circle lift. Come up onto the tippy toes again, flip the interlacing of the fingers, so go for the opposite configuration than you naturally would take as you lift long body. Heels down on the exhale, circle the arms back and into prayer. Thumbs to the third eye, sit deeper. And now the twist, left elbow outside of the right knee. Variation you could try is opening the arms or tucking around. So spreading your arms like a bird. Come back through center and just straight down with the head now. Back into that forward hang, that forward fold. Walk it forward into Ardha Mukha, up onto those tippy toes and side to side with the heels. Out into the plank here, nice high plank. Again for the meditation. And let's pop the knees down and take a striking cobra, coming up on that inhale. Hold the cobra, enjoy the cobra, no tension in the jaw. Tuck toes, exhale down dog. Eka Pada Ardha Mukha, right leg to the sky. And on the exhale we'll step that right foot in between the hands, framing that right foot. Fingertips here. It's a runner's lunge, and on the exhale we'll straighten that front knee to create pyramid pose. Head stays low. On the inhale, come forward, runner's lunge. You can use a little momentum here. Exhale, long leg, head down, pyramid. So we're just going to go back and forth very simply through this hip opener and leg lengthener. Follow the breath. You might experiment with holding the breath out and holding the posture. So again, remember to find those spaces either side of the breath. Let's come forward for a low lunge. So here we drop the left knee. On the inhale, I want you to circle lift. And you can take the arms around and create that interlacing lock and the squeezing together of the blades as you lift the chin here and to find the clasp. Release the hands and frame that right foot. Pick up that back left knee. Keep the left hand on the floor as you twist, taking the right hand up. Turn that left heel down so you're on the length of the foot and step it back into side plank. Take the mudra, index finger to the thumb, and with that right hand you can reach forward and then you can come up into a scissor kick. See if you can step the right foot all the way back up to its original position. Keep the head low and circle around into a V shape, wide-legged forward fold. Interlace the fingers, squeeze the blades together now. So we're sideways on the mat, head is down, we're looking through the legs. We've got that clasp, arms are like a lever, blood flow to the brain, releasing the teeth, the jaw, the teeth, the tongue, the throat. Bring the arms back underneath the head and let's take a twist. The right hand slides across to the left. Then imagine that invisible string pulling you out from the crown. You can tuck around the waist here. Take the other side, nice and long through the legs. Keep the head low as you swivel around and take a high lunge now, lifting all the way up. Arms can come to prayer and then bend the elbows and come over the other side. Let's step into the Virabhadrasana, Tin Warrior 3. Right leg is the base leg here. Dristi, focal point, use it. See if you can now come all the way through into Vikshasana, so our tree posture. Bringing that left foot into the inner thigh, half lotus if you prefer. Take the hands up through the midline and if you can, separate them like a V shape with the branches of the tree. You might now move through the mudra patterns of thumb to index, middle, ring, little. So keep the eyes open. Come down through prayer when you're done there and see if you can step it all the way back into that warrior three. So that right leg is still firm as the base, the tree trunk, the base here of warrior three. Hands to the mat and then take it back into that high lunge and then open into warrior two, Virabhadrasana dog. Take your time, get that nice stance. Front knee 90 degrees, and now warrior four. So here, take a variation back into the back bend. I'm using my arms, one to bring around to the front, keep the legs strong. Extended side angle, right elbow to the right thigh. If you have trouble bringing the arm to the side of the head, circle backwards. Here's the opportunity for a bandha. So if you wish, you can slide the arms underneath the thigh and around the back. Keep pressing the feet in nice and strong. Now let's open up into Trikonasana, triangle posture. Variation here with triangle is to reach forward with the bottom arm. So the right arm reaches forward, the left arm tucks around. So this is a stronger variation. Remember, your goal with Trikonasana is just that straight spine, straight spine, straight spine, open spine, straight. Don't overthink straight. Think flexible. Let's come into goddess now. So I've just heel-toed the feet in a little. I've got a diagonal there with the knees over the toes. Again, it's kind of like a seat. And here I've taken some Nadi Shodan variation. So left hand, index of the thumb. Right hand, we've got the thumb and the index using or operating the nostrils there. One side we close. So we close the left, we breathe in through the right. We close the right and we breathe out through the left. So alternate side breathing there. Just take a few rounds. You do you. After your goddess and Nadi Shodan, you'll come into a forward fold, a wide leg version here. So back to the V shape of the legs, sideways still on the mat. Use the clasp, the leverage, the lever-like movement of the arms. Of course, leveraging gravity here, leveraging time. That's how our physical yoga practice kind of works. We leverage time and space. We leverage karma, cause and effect. We leverage the patterns, the biological functions. We leverage material nature. We leverage Maya. And we also leverage Krishna. So Krishna there, coming back into down dog. So you're going to walk it around. And here we take an opportunity to lift the leg back into that ekapada. So the right leg's going to come back up. And on the exhale, you're going to open the knee. And now swing the knee through to the left armpit. So we're bending the knee. This is that hip opener. Inhale, lift up. On that exhale, you swing the knee to the opposite armpit. Inhale to lift and open. Exhale to swing it through. Inhale. If you wish, you can flip your dog. So reversing the dog here. The right hand is off the mat, the left hand, the left foot are the base of this posture, and you've got a back bend. Of course, you can take index to the thumb on that free right hand. Inhale, lift up, back into Ekapada. So one leg up dog, that's the right leg should still be up. And we're very slowly going to place that right foot just back into position. You can take a windscreen wiping if you want of the heels left to right, and then out into your high plank again. So we're coming back for that meditation, that stack. Now into side plank here. Right hand's the base hand. Here's the alternate side plank, so half side plank, where the right leg in this instance, the inside leg, the lower leg is brought down with the knee. So you do you. Your side plank variations, of course, could include the scissor kick, the reach forward. I've come back into plank. Of course, on the other side, we stepped it all the way through. So returning to plank in your own time. And we're coming back up through Ekapada. This is the variation here, left foot in between the hands. So here we start the sequence on the left, runner's lunge, and exhaling into pyramid. And the exhale to lengthen, choosing your own timing. Maybe working breath retention. Now we'll twist. So right hands to the mat here. Left arm can come around the back, the waist. Think of the invisible string pulling you from the top of the head. Reaching back up on that inhale. Exhale to frame. Low lunge. Right knee finds the floor. Arms lift up. Take the variation with the arms. You might reverse the prayer. So hands meet, thumbs drop to the back of the head, chin lifts. You might take the interlace, flipping the interlace, squeezing those blades, now really lifting the chin. Folding, framing, lifting, high lunge. Warrior 3 now on this leg. Now we know where we're going from here. It's Vikshasana, so you take your time. Use the focal point to come through into tree. Whatever variation works with the arms. From tree, see if you can take it straight back into Warrior 3. Hands to prayer. Step it back for warrior two. Land the right foot. Cartwheel the arms. And warrior four on that exhale. Cartwheeling the arms, the elbow to the thigh. See how you want to place that right arm, whether it's forward, reaching forward, or coming for the interlace and the bind. Around and up and under the left thigh. Entering into Trikonasana from this side. Maybe reaching forward with that bottom arm, using the mudras. So getting long through the left arm. And also long through the spine. We're long through both legs. Returning to the open arms, the wide spreading of the fingers and the arms. Coming back up into standing, bending that front knee into high lunge. We twist and lift the back heel. Frame the left foot and Ekapada up to the sky. Now the knee bends, so the hip opener, left foot is hanging across to the right. Here we come for the twist. So we're flipping our dog, reversing. All the way up and over. Left foot comes through. Now we'll take the high plank, chaturanga. You can leave that leg up. Obviously we've forgotten a part here. We'll see if we get there. This is an opportunity for an up dog if you prefer. So on this come through, you can take it into up dog. See if you can take the up dog straight back into high plank. High plank. So return to down dog. Windscreen wipe those heels. Walk the hands back to the feet. And return to the back of the mat for forward fold. And here we'll enter Malasana, which is our squat. Just pausing in Malasana, prayer position, of course. Heels down if you can. Shoulders away from the ears if you can. Dropping the head, lifting your butt, coming back into that forward fold. And now a halfway lift, so flat back here. And on the exhale, you might want to flop down. So we're going to take some breath work here. On the inhale, hold the breath in. Experiment with breath retention. return to Malasana. And in this Malasana, we can take a twist. So in a twisted Malasana, if we're going to look over the right shoulder, the left elbow hooks around the front of that left leg. So it has to hook around the shin. Right arm goes all the way around. We keep the butt, the heels down as we turn the gaze over the top shoulder. Now, if you can't reach and grab the fingers for the hook, you can hold your clothes, your t-shirt, your shorts. Come back through once you've completed the other side, then back into the fold, and we're walking it back out into down dog here. We're going to go again into windscreen wiping and high plank. You can take a chaturanga to the mat and up into an up dog. You can go downward facing dog here. So exit and take a few rounds if you feel like it. We'll follow the breath here. So now it's going to be a movement on the inhalation. That's high plank. Exhale to lower. Knees, chest, chin or full chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, down dog. So inhale, high plank. I want you to blow the breath all the way out. So you know what you're doing. It's 4 breaths or 4 postures. Following the inhale, high plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. So that's the flow. Use the breath with some volume. Child's pose when you're done. Actually, knees down. We're gonna come into some final back bending here. Let's take that variation of camel again. So we're gonna meet back in camel, and here you can take the feet to the floor. We can untuck the toes. If you want to go level 3 camel, the hands go to the heels like before, but we untuck the toes. But really, we're pressing forward through the hips. Thumbs to the spine, head back up, all the way over. And here, take the crown down and come into dolphin, elbows to the floor. Walk the feet in so the knees can bend and you can kind of wag your tail. Again, this is a lot of blood flow down to the brain. Spinal fluid to the brain, and in yoga terms, Amrit to the pool, or the lake of nectar. Amrit, of course, nectar in Sanskrit. Neural nectar in this case. Wide knee child's pose to exit that dolphin or that forearm dog. You can hear the centaur there and the rag and the tabla. And now we're going to take thunderbolt pose, sleeping thunderbolt. So you're in Vira. So here we have the toes meeting and the heels wide, hero's pose. Knees to the floor, the legs need to be touching. Now flip the palms, and that's level 1. Now level 2 would be to come down onto the elbows, making sure the knees do not lift off the floor. Head is back again, letting the head go low. 3rd level, crown finds the mat. Note that the lower back doesn't collapse here, and hands go to the thighs. coming back 1 elbow, 2 elbows, up and over. Here we're going to go crown to the mat, so this is more like a headstand prep. And you can lift one leg. You might just like play around with your balance there. You can lift the other, or you can just keep the head on the floor. Remember, don't turn the head. So keep the chin tucked. Now slide out of that and straight into a Sphinx. So feet go to the floor, lengthen the whole body and bring the head through. Elbows to the floor, Sphinx it up, and then turn. Turn the chin to look over the right shoulder. Turn the chin to look over the left. So that transition from that headstand prep into Sphinx, I want you to learn that. Now flip yourself onto your side and interlace the fingers. Now we just lift the right knee, bend the left, and support the right knee in the sole of the left. To the other side, switching. Bring the hands out from underneath your body and take Cobra to just transition. You might enjoy up dog here, so the thighs off the floor again. And then if possible, pull up through plank. So up dog, back into that plank. And then all the way back into Ardha Mukha. Knees wide and Balasana. So a long spine, child's pose. And take this time to release the jaw and the forehead. And when you're ready, lift the head and just come all the way over onto your back. You're going to finish this practice with a plow. Use a little momentum if you can and roll the legs all the way over. And if possible, bend the knees to squeeze the side of the head for dead man's posture. I've left my arms behind me. You might have the thumbs in the spine, similar to camel, similar to fish pose, similar to thunderbolt, where you're holding the hips and the elbows are wedged. And possibly lifting into a shoulder stand from there. So hoisting up through the midline, keep the chin tucked. Variation here on the shoulder stand is to interlace the fingers like we did when we're using that lever, and to bring the arms down. On your exhale, you can fold back into your plow. You might revisit the finger patterns, the mudras, index, middle, ring, little. You might revisit dead man's posture. You might revisit shoulder stand. Just take a moment here, finding this plow, shoulder stand, dead man's posture. Preparing, of course, for corpse of Shavasana. That chin tucked all the way down, good for the thyroid, good for strengthening the throat. Rolling back, and when you roll back to the mat, come straight in with the knees for a hug, wrapping the arms around, squeezing them into the chest, and we'll finish with a simple twist. Keep the knees bent and then just send the legs over to the left and the chin to the right. And if you want, lengthen the legs. The arms are wide arms spread, just like a scarecrow. Of course, you can bend the elbows like a cactus, keeping the hands on the mat. Heavy through that right shoulder. Just preparing for Shavasana by becoming very, very heavy here. On the inhale, come back in with the knees, and on the exhale, roll over to the other side, switching, of course, with the chin as well. And back to center. So take the legs out long here. Let the toes fall outwards. Remember to have the palms facing upwards and the fingers gently curled. And just a heaviness through the back of the body. And enjoying these last few minutes of your yoga practice. Feeling the body very, very, very heavy, very relaxed. Sinking and dissolving and releasing into the floor. Letting go of all tension. And just visualizing the body sinking, releasing and letting go.